Through joy and sorrow, God calls us home. By Swami Paramahansa Yogananda. Do not be so sensitive. Emotional sensitivity is the silent cause of all suffering. To give strength to creation as a reality by emotional involvement in it is foolishness. To not meditate, to not sit still and realize your true soul nature, but to drift along as a part of the eternal motion of creation, is a constant danger to your happiness. Perhaps someday your body will be terribly sick, and though you want to walk or do other things that you used to do in your younger or healthier days, you find you cannot do them. It is a terrible disillusionment for the soul. Before that day comes, make yourself so free that you can look on your body with detachment, caring for it as though it was somebody else's. One of my students had a very painful condition in her knee in which the bones were decaying. I don't know how many times that leg was operated upon and put back together again. But she talked of it as though it were nothing. It is a minor operation, she would say casually. Now that is the way to take life. Cultivate that state of mind, even when you do not have the opportunity to meditate long or deeply. Always think that you are working for God. When your mind can remain anchored in Him, you will not suffer anymore. No amount of disease or illness will be able to touch you inwardly. Sometimes when this body gives trouble, I look within and everything vanishes in the light of God. Just as you see the moving pictures on the screen and enjoy the contrasting conflict between good and evil actions and between the joyful and sorrowful scenarios, so you shall be entertained by this world. You shall say, Lord, whatever you do is all right. But until you consciously realize that this is all a dream, you will not see why God created this world. Be like the active-inactive Lord. Many think that to find God and get away from this dream they have to forsake their responsibilities and seek seclusion in the Himalayas or other such totally solitary places. But that is not so simple. The mind will still be absorbed in its moods and restlessness, and the body will have to be very active just to keep warm and satisfy its hunger and other needs. It is easier to find God in the jungle of civilization if you follow a balance between meditation and constructive, dutiful work. Be like the active-inactive Lord. In creation He is joyously busy. Beyond creation He is joyously quiescent in divine bliss. Because I made the effort to find God in meditation, I am enjoying His bliss even in the midst of activity. And thus activity doesn't adversely affect me at all. Even though I may say I don't like this or that in the dualities around me, still within I am calm and like steel. Calmly active and actively calm. A Prince of Peace sitting on the throne of poise directing the kingdom of activity. To all appearances, it seems that out of perfection God created imperfect beings. But in truth, imperfect beings are perfect, souls made in God's image. All God wants you to do is separate your dream imperfections from your perfect self. When you think about your mortal life and all your troubles and identify with them, you do an injustice to the image of God within you. Affirm and realize, I am not a mortal being, I am spirit. God is ever trying to draw His children back to their inherent perfection. That is why you will see even in evil people there is a search for God, though it may not be pronounced as such. Can you find an evil person who wants to derive misery from his actions? No. He thinks his pursuits are going to give him a good time. The man who drinks or takes dope thinks he will get pleasure from it. Everywhere you will see people, good and evil, searching in their own way for happiness. No one wants to hurt himself. Then why do people behave in an evil way that is bound to cause pain and sorrow? Such actions arise from the greatest of all sins, ignorance. Wrongdoer is the right word rather than sinner. You may condemn wrongdoing but should not condemn the doer. Sins are errors committed under the influence of ignorance or delusion. But for a different degree of understanding, you might be in the same boat. Jesus said, "He that is without sin among you, let him cast a stone." The point is, in everything we do we are seeking happiness. No one can truthfully say he is a materialist, because anyone who is seeking happiness is seeking God. Therefore, in evil as well as in good, God is coaxing us back to Him by our search for happiness. The sorrow inflicted by evil will eventually turn the wayward to the joys of virtue. Since life is inherently a medley of good and evil, of beautiful dreams and nightmares, we should seek out and help to create the beautiful dreams and not get caught up in the frightful nightmares.